Happy Thursday, everyone. Welcome into the News 10 Plus Digital Desk. I'm Taylor Gattoni with Riley Connell.
Hello. Kicking off the show today on this beautiful Thursday. The sun could not be shining any brighter, I think. It's pretty nice out there right now.
Yes, and we've got Riley with her bright energy.
That's right. Every day. I just try to come in with a positive vibe
And you
for the
do.
newsroom. Thank you very much. That's my goal every day, is to come in shining very brightly. So we've got that going for us at least. Yes.
Well, what do you have going on later today for the 90?
Well, we've got a busy day today all throughout the 90. Lots of our reporters running around, working very hard on their stories. Coming up on News 10 at 6, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the advancements that are coming in with the bird flu virus. You might hear it called avian flu or H5N1. There's a couple of different names for it. We've been calling it bird flu. It's kind of the easiest one to catch by your ear. So we have another human contracted case of bird flu in the U.S., second one in the U.S. This one is in Michigan. So it kind of brings it a little bit closer to home. According to the state health department, this was a male farm worker. He has already been cured of this disease of his bird flu contraction. It was already resolved without any treatment. So it had kind of gone away on its own. Yeah, definitely. So I spoke with the health department earlier today to kind of gather some of these details, make sure we were understanding, what this case looked like, and also what kinds of recommendations they have for people in the public, especially people working really closely with animals that could have contracted bird flu. Most people, just by hearing it, know that this is a disease that travels through flocks of birds. But as it has advanced, it's also been contracted by dairy cows too. So if you didn't know that, that's another animal that it's been passed along to, and a few more too, which we're going to break down in the story later today. So lots of different animals can catch this disease, and now we've been seeing it in humans too. The health department says this is nothing to panic about. They are doing testing. They are trying to stay on top of these cases. In fact, the health department told me earlier that realizing that this case had popped up in Michigan was actually a good thing because it meant that their research and that their testing was working, because they were seeing more cases by going in and doing this testing and trying to identify different symptoms of human contracted bird flu. But it also means that they need to, move in even closer on this type of bird flu and continue the work that they're doing. In a short few minutes, we're going to talk to Michigan State University too, some of the researchers there out of their research program that actually studies bird flu specifically. So I'm going to be talking with some experts over there about just kind of what this means for the future, what this means for our agricultural industry as we move forward. But as of right now, not a public health panic by any means, but something that the health department is watching, as this advances. They just urge everybody to keep their practices pretty typical for trying to keep away other diseases, other infections. Be washing your hands if you've maybe interacted with animals that, could have been infected. Try to avoid touching the eye area. That's kind of where this human contracted bird flu tackles, is the eyes. I think this farmer who had contracted the disease had a kind of a gritty feeling in his eyes. So that is kind of that, symptom to look out for. But, they're trying to take in as much information as they can about what this case looked like and make sure that they're keeping up on it. So yeah, it is a little bit, it can feel a little bit frightening when you hear about it, when you're kind of like, this is a disease that spreads throughout animals and now it's spreading to people.
Well, also, you're talking about itchy eyes. I know allergy season is really bad.
Absolutely.
So, and you're probably touching your eyes, which you shouldn't be doing.
Right.
But yeah, that's the importance of washing your hands and having that caution and awareness that this is going on.
Most definitely. So they're recommending that everybody just keep up with their practices, and if you do have symptoms, definitely get to your physician or local health department. There is a treatment for bird flu in humans, and surprisingly enough, it's actually Tamiflu or other, medications that we can already get over the counter to treat flu and some other illnesses, other allergies. So it really is as simple as that, as these kind of medicines that we already have that we probably already take every allergy season. I know I keep my Tamiflu on the bedside table around this time of year. So that was a whole boatload of information for everybody at home, but We're going to break it
It's
down
all right.
in a much simpler, more consumable way on News 10 at 6. So make sure you tune in.
We'll see you then. But that's the
All
point of the News 10 Plus Digital Desk. So
Exactly.
thank you for joining us, Riley. I am going to preview real quick Studio 10 because we have Rochelle LeGrand coming up now to share what you can expect coming up on Studio 10 at 3 o'clock today in just over 50 minutes here. Thank you, Riley. We'll see you coming up News 10 at 6. And we have Rochelle joining.
Hello. Hi, Taylor. How are
Hello.
you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good, good,
Oh,
good.
yeah, you stood up on.
I did. I stood up and I was like, is this necessary? Actually, I don't think so.
Now you see how much leverage the box gives me some height. Yeah, it's
Listen, but you don't need it.
otherwise I'd be like
It still works.
fine. It's
But how are you?
I'm good. It's a beautiful day.
Beautiful day.
I feel like the spring summer season, it can be very go, 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 which can be a lot, but it's great things happening. So how about you? How are you?
Great things happening, of course, and great things at Studio 10 at 3 o'clock in a little under an hour. And guess who will be joining us live? She's probably actually walking in the building now or making her way here soon. Miss Michigan Teen USA.
gosh.
Yes, Madison Cott. She's actually a future, a soon-to-be Spartan.
Go green?
Yep. So
And you're wearing the green?
Well, I won't be wearing it for long. But, so she'll be joining us today. Really excited to have her because she's going to talk about her initiative. Both of her parents are police officers. So she's talking about the ways that they're trying, Hugs to Heroes is what it's called. And she's trying to find ways to have police officers be more integrated and get to know people in the community.
Yeah.
So that was a cause that was really close to her heart. And it's what she talked about on the Miss Michigan Teen USA stage.
Wow.
So she's going to be recapping that whole experience for us today on Studio 10. And then we'll get to know her a little bit more and learn more about what about the state she loves and makes her proud to represent us.
Oh, that's awesome. And just hearing from, the younger generations. But
Yeah.
teen, she's on to bigger and better things
Yeah.
and helping out the rest of us to create a more inclusive
Yeah.
and welcoming community. That's awesome.
Exactly. Yeah, so we're going to talk to her today. Plus, today is tomorrow is National Road Trip Day. We know everybody's hitting the road for Memorial Day weekend, but we want to make sure you are fueled up and ready to go a day beforehand.
And I just filled up my gas. It's, the bank account was not happy. It's not happy.
Well, we're going to give
fine.
you some tips to kind of help you alleviate that in
Good,
the best-ish way that we possibly can. Hence why I won't be wearing green because Nicole and I will literally be on the road. Not really, but at the key wall, so I can't wear this dress anymore.
Oh, yeah, no, you would be a floating head at that point.
And I was when I first started working here, and I was like, oh, I'm going to wear this green dress today. And then that's when I found out, oh,
Can't do that.
yes,
Can't do that.
exactly.
Oh, boy.
So we're going to talk about that today. And plus, again, with this season, it's patio season. It's a grilling season. So we're heading over to Gravity Smokehouse to figure out
right.
what's smoking on the grill over there.
And you know what? They brought in some brisket, and it was so
you
good.
tried it yourself. Exactly. Now you know. Exactly. But that's a new business that we're working with this season as well. They actually are the sponsors of our weather patio outside that you've noticed if you've been watching us on News 10 and on Studio 10. So they're going to tell us about some of the food, the drinks, the entertainment, everything it is that you have, that they have this season.
All
Gravity
right.
Smokehouse, and they're right up the street, right on Cedar in Holt.
Oh, that's easy. Easy drive.
Easy drive.
Okay.
And
sounds
those road
good.
trips tips that we're going to give you today will help you get there.
I like that. I like that. Tie it in. That's good. That's good.
Exactly.
All right.
But yeah,
We will see you at 3
I'll see you at 3
on the road.
on the road.
On the road. All right.
See you later, Taylor.
We'll see you then. I will see you, Rochelle. Here's where you can stay up to date with Studio 10, of course. WILX Studio 10 for all of their social media handles. And you can stay up to date with all of the fun things going on. And then if you want to sponsor with them, or if they have any of their giveaways, which they typically announce, you can head over to studio10@wilx.com, which is their email. Before we head over to Colton for the weather, I do want to give you a live look at the Peregrine Falcons on top of Spartan Stadium. So super cute. Taking a look at them. They're all huddled in the corner as, I don't know if that's the mom or dad.
I don't know.
That's all right. You are not the bird expert.
I
You
am
are
not.
the weather expert. Welcome
At
in.
least that's what I get paid to do.
You get paid to do. That's good.
Just kidding. I'd like to think I know the weather.
We hope you know the
I
weather.
went to school for it and all. But yeah, everyone is always looking at the forecast for this weekend, and we all know, if you've lived in Michigan for a long time, that Memorial Day is probably the most iffy of the summer holidays because sometimes you get really nice weather, sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
And this year, we might not. But I do have a graphic that I just made that will kind of break down this weekend because I don't think it's completely a washout, but I do think you need to be smart with what you want to do if you want to be outside across the area. But today is beautiful. We have lots of sunshine, temperatures in the 70s. You know, I said during the 11 a.m. newscast, top 10 weather day. I like to use that phrase as in like the top 10 nicest day of the entire year.
Ooh.
That's where we're at today.
Okay, so today is top 10 for sure.
Yeah, I mean, what's their sunshine?
Low humidity, like you said.
Low humidity, just a gentle breeze.
Warm.
70s.
Get outside.
Yeah, what else could we be looking for?
Hop in a pool, enjoy, soak it up.
Yeah, you know, it's going to be really nice outside today. So hopefully if you are at work like we are after work, you can get outside and enjoy it because we'll see the nice weather continue throughout the rest of the evening. So it is going to be a really, really, really nice Thursday. And I wish we had this weather coming for the weekend because it does not look quite as nice this weekend. But if you are going to be traveling today, I know some people, if you're lucky enough to have tomorrow off as well, maybe hitting the roads today to head up north. I think any of the highways across the region, US 131, which runs through Grand Rapids up towards Cadillac, 127 obviously here locally, and then I-75 off to our east, all looking fantastic. No issues anywhere in the lower peninsula, so smooth travel conditions expected for today and into tomorrow as well for the most part. But I kind of want to zoom this out here and show you satellite radar. Not a lot to show, right? We have an area of high pressure that's kind of controlling our weather. High pressure system, sinking air. Sinking air causes quiet conditions, right?
Okay.
So that's why we're experiencing this. Back here, there's a chance for severe weather today. That's the next system that's going to come in heading into tomorrow, probably late tomorrow though, and there is a very small risk as seeing some stronger thunderstorms with this. The Storm Prediction Center has parts of the area, it's not quite all of mid-Michigan, but most of the area under a marginal risk for severe weather. That's a 1 on a scale out of 5. All this means is that isolated risk, not expecting anything major here. And it's similar to kind of what we saw a couple nights ago, but not as strong. Or we're going to have a line of storms that forms to our west. As it moves here, it will be weakening as it does so. So there is a lot of question of how strong it is when it gets here. Many of our models have this thing not being very strong as it arrives. So we'll keep an eye on this for you. We do have, that's our next chance for some rain, I will say. So that's going to come late tomorrow into early Saturday. And then our next system after that is going to come in Sunday into Monday. And I'll break this down in a little more detail in terms of what it means for the holiday weekend in just a second. But let's show you the hour-by-hour forecast. This is new model data here. Really nothing to show you for today. Really nice Thursday by 6 o'clock. Clear skies, comfortable temperatures. But then as we head into tonight and into the early parts of our Friday, I think we're still the same. We're going to see a lot of clear skies, some really nice weather conditions. And then heading into the afternoon, there are some clouds that begin to drift in. So by the afternoon tomorrow, we'll probably start to notice some changes because of that. It's also going to be warmer, highs in the lower 80s, touch more humidity tomorrow as well. And then as we get late in the evening into the overnight, there are some of those showers and storms that come in. This model, not all that optimistic about our rain chances. Many of our models are not. So we will keep an eye on this for you. But I left it in the forecast. Storm Prediction Center, the wonderful meteorologists that they have working there do have us under the marginal risk. So we'll keep an eye on it. So here is a snapshot of the weekend forecast, the Memorial Day weekend forecast. Again, rain early in the day Saturday, then we dry out. Then that next system comes in late Sunday into Monday. But Memorial Day itself is just not looking the best with temperatures that'll be in the upper 60s. And we will have some showers around as well. But if you want to start planning out kind of what you want to do for the weekend, temperatures not the warmest, so I don't know if it's going to be a great lake weekend or even really be on the boat. I mean, it's tough. It's not going to be very warm, especially.
I know a lot of people want to get out on the boat. That's what you think of when you think of Memorial Day weekend.
Yes. So I broke it down day by day. I just made this.
I like this. I'm going to take a picture, actually.
So of what you can expect for this weekend. So Saturday, the morning is when we have a chance of seeing some rain, but once we get into the afternoon and evening, I would say overall that is the best weather that we're going to have all weekend long. There should be some sunshine around Saturday afternoon, so that's going to be really nice. Now that will last into early Sunday morning, so any plans on Sunday, get it done in the morning. By the time we start getting into the afternoon, later and later into the day, I think we're going to see some more rain move in with our next storm system. So Again, I think the second half of the day on Sunday is not great. And the Memorial Day itself, I don't think it's great at all. I think we're going to have some showers on and off, especially in the morning, and then kind of tapering into more of like some scattered showers on Monday, and temperatures are going to be pretty cool. So unfortunately, I know there are a lot of events that happen around the area, some parades and things like that for Memorial Day. It doesn't look all that nice, but hopefully it's not a complete washout. There are some differences in our computer models with how this is going to shape out, so maybe we'll tweak this a bit, you know, as we get closer. But right now, I don't think we're going to avoid the weekend without rain.
Oh, that's a bummer. I mean, you know, with these warm temperatures, maybe it'll cool you down, but no, you want that sun, you want to be out on the water, so
yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Well, and you know, I remember last year was beautiful for Memorial Day around the state, and this year it just doesn't look as great.
No.
Now, in terms of temperatures, unfortunately, again, the coolest weather is coming for the holiday, but we do rebound. Some good news there as we rebound towards the end of next week. Temperatures back up into the upper 70s and lower 80s. So we'll take it. We'll take what we can get. By the way, meteorological summer starts next week.
All right.
On June 1st. I think that's, wait, it's not next Saturday? I think Saturday's the 1st.
Yes, it is.
So getting into the final days of May and into the month of June.
That's crazy.
Do we have to say it? It's hard to believe that it's almost June.
Hard to believe. I know. We say that all the time, but it's because I can't believe it.
Yes. I know it's flying by, and we're getting into the summer season, and I was looking. Obviously, the big thing that happens in June is the start of summer officially.
Yeah.
But it also means that our days will start getting shorter next month. After the summer solstice on the 20th, our days start getting shorter. It's not by much. It's only by a couple of seconds initially.
Oh, okay.
But then it grows and grows and grows and grows until, obviously, you know what comes after summer. So it's always like it's like bittersweet, I always say.
It is bittersweet.
You know.
You love the late night summer nights, right?
You do,
Summer
and
seconds,
I love the early mornings. I love driving to work when it's light out, and then, you know, the sunset is after 9 o'clock this time of year, so it's just so nice. But then it all kind of goes away.
Which I will say, when the sun goes down later, like I'm up. So
I
in some
know.
ways, it's maybe like 8 p.m.
Well, yesterday I was trying to get ready for bed. It's a little after well, it was like closer to 10, but you could still almost see some light out on the horizon. So it is incredible how long our days are right now. But yeah, I think I looked up yesterday, I think it's about a half hour, a little less than a half hour more of daylight, and then we lose it.
Well,
Slow but steady.
slow but steady. At least we're getting a lot of daylight. I was just thinking about Matt, our producer, our First at 4 producer. He's going to be going to Iceland, which is going to have like sun the whole day.
Yeah, it's going to be a long
The
day.
entire day.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and he wanted to see the Northern Lights.
And so that's not happening for him. I feel so bad.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
I know,
Yep.
poor guy. It's okay. He's having fun.
Well, luckily we saw him the other night here.
Yes. Well, you saw them. I didn't.
I did see them.
You didn't. They were beautiful.
Yeah.
The pictures I saw, but you saw it.
Yeah, I still can't believe that. I could see him right where I live. You know, I didn't have to leave the city lights. It was pretty incredible.
Well, happy for you.
You'll see him too. Don't worry.
I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Oh, anything else you want to mention?
No, make sure you download the News 10 First Alert
Yes.
Weather app. It's great. We'll post updates in there throughout the next couple of days. And obviously, if you are traveling as well, it's also a great tool because it'll give you the forecast no matter where you're at. So it is about as good as you can get for a weather app, so make sure you download it today. And the best part of it is, if you like us, you can see us in there too. So we have video updates in there, and we'll post push notifications when we see fit. Very customizable, radar, all those things. So you can track the rain, you know, that we have in the forecast. When can you get outside? You can look at the radar and kind of come up with a plan.
Yeah, and you can do the Follow Me feature and get traffic alerts. So what a great way to plan for your Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you, Colton. We'll see you coming up, Studio 10 and First at 4.
Yes.
I do see that Chris is joining us today. Hello, Chris. And so I'm going to show a live look over Michigan State University's campus in East Lansing, and then also a hi from BW. So hello, BW. Hope you're having a great day as well. Like Colton was talking about Memorial Day weekend travel plans, I am going to give you a live look over US 127 real quick, just so you can see what the roads are looking like. And it seems like the weather is great, and it also looks like traffic is moving along just fine. So That is what you're looking at US 127. I do want to share what we have coming up during First at 4 and our 90 minutes of news. So getting started with Mid-Michigan Matters today on First at 4. We are talking with the U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary on boating safety, because even though the boating forecast, if you want to head out into the water, it's going to be rainy and maybe a little gloomy, unfortunately. But if you are heading out there, we want you to stay safe into your weekend, right? Everyone's out there for the fun, the celebrations, of course, celebrating, more importantly, what Memorial Day is all about. And so we want to make sure you're all having a safe time out on the water. That's why we're going to be talking about boating safety, again, coming up on Mid-Michigan Matters during First at 4 today. And then coming up, News 10 at 5. Today in Lansing, 200 people from across the state came together for a common goal, addressing and preventing childhood trauma. So we'll be sharing how the group is looking to help kids through these tough times, coming up News 10 at 5. Coming up News 10 at 5:30, just before we came on this live stream, we were streaming the Safe Summer 2024 press conference with U.S. Attorney for the Western District of Michigan, Mark Toten, Lansing Mayor Andy Shore, Lansing Police Chief Ellery Sosby, and other law enforcement officials as they aim to prevent gun violence this summer. So as the warmer months can bring out more violent incidents, our very own News 10's Aaron Bowling was there, and we'll have more from what the team aims to do to keep the community safe. That's again coming up News 10 at 5:30. Last but not least, coming up News 10 at 6, today is our telethon day, and we're partnering up with Champions of the Heart, which is a nonprofit foundation, and helping to make an impact in our community. Coming up News 10 at 6, Ann Emmerich, who is very involved in the initiative to help people understand the importance of learning life-saving measures, will have an interview with Mike Garland, who is the former assistant of the Michigan State University's basketball team, men's basketball team. And he is the man behind the mission. Him and his wife, Cynthia, created Champions of the Heart after Mike Garland went into cardiac arrest and was dead for 18 minutes. But two good Samaritans were there. They stepped up. They saved his life, waited for first responders to get to him, and they saved his life, which I believe someone says is a 6% chance of survival outside of the hospital. Because you also have to think about it. Most times when someone goes into cardiac arrest, you're not in that place where there are just healthcare professionals who are there on standby to help you. So the fact that these two good Samaritans really jumped on the situation is incredible, because they saved his life. And so now Mike Garland is using this second chance at life to really save other people's lives. And so part of this telethon today, this initiative, is raising money for free CPR training and free AED training, which is the automated external defibrillators. And those can be pretty expensive. So raising money for that equipment to continue saving lives and provide those trainings and equipment resources to our area schools. So great things happening. And I just want to show you that there. For anyone who may be going through a hard time, I do want to show our You're Not Alone mental health series, which of course we are doing all year long here on News 10. So all you have to do is go scan that QR code with your cell phone's camera. And then from there, you can scan that QR code, get a list of resources, and see what you need to do for those resources. So there we go. You're Not Alone mental health series. And there's resources across all of the mid-Michigan communities like Clinton, Ionia, Shiawassee, Jackson, Lenawee, Eaton, Ingham. If I missed any, you get the point. We have resources listed out for all of those resources. So again, that is what you can look over. But yes, again, we have our Make an Impact Telethon happening today. That is coming up in our later newscast. So make sure to tune in. It's all getting started at 5 o'clock. And Emmerich will be live in our News 10 call center collecting those monetary donations. And you can donate over the phone through the telethon, or of course, you can also donate online. So there are multiple options right there. Let me see if I can pull up the Champions of the Heart website real quick. So if you give me a second, we'll see if I can do this. And then we'll check in with Mars, who has got a cool tease behind me, sharing what he has coming up during our 90 minutes of news. So, Champions of the Heart, let's see if I can pull this up for everyone. Oh, it looks like their site is under some maintenance, so we're not going to do that. Anyway, championsoftheheart.net, that is the website you can go to. Otherwise, thank you, Crystal. Here is the screen that you can look at to donate, 517-346-8822. And there you go. There is the News 10 phone bank, again, getting started at 5 o'clock. Oh, and there we go. That's okay. There we go. Anyways, that is what you can look forward to. Thank you again for helping us make an impact. Again, providing free CPR training and AED training and getting those resources into area schools to continue saving lives for people who go into cardiac arrest. And that's why we want to do this, to prevent that from happening. But when it does happen, you want to be prepared and ready and have the resources, because when you get into those situations of trauma, it can be panicky. You almost are looking around, frantically, and so just having things ready on standby. If you have an automated external defibrillator, an AED device, around the corner, you know where it is, you can locate it quickly and provide it for that person who is going into cardiac arrest. You can increase their chance of survival just by having that resource readily available. So again, Champions of the Heart Nonprofit Foundation, we are making an impact with them today, partnering up with them, and starting at 5, you can help with our telethon. So one more time, 517-346-8822. I do want to share what Mars Anderson has coming up during our 90 minutes of news. So we're going to be turning to Mars, and give me just a second to take this down. There we go. Okay, we're going to check with Mars Anderson.
Hi, Taylor, Mars Anderson here. Millions of Michiganders are going to be hitting the road for the Memorial Day weekend. So, of course, we have to talk to experts about how to make that ride safe and secure. I have more on that during our 90 minutes of news. But for now, I'm going to toss it back to you at the desk.
I thought that was so fun. But yes, he's going to be talking about Memorial Day travel, everything you need to know to stay safe and have your travel go smoothly out on the roads. But until then, that is what we have going on News 10 today. One more time, getting ready for our Make an Impact telethon happening and starting at 5 o'clock. Make sure that you are tuning in for all of the great stories and why we are doing this. So again, just make sure you are checking that out. Other than that, that is what we have coming up today on News 10. Let me see if I can give you a few more live looks outside before we head out here, just so you know what's going on in the area. All right, I'm going to take a live look real quick over downtown Jackson. It's looking nice over there. Blue skies, just a couple of small little clouds. And that is what you're taking a look at right now. And then I'll give you a live look in Delta Township, so you can see what's happening over there too, some of that traffic in the area. But it seems like traffic is moving along just fine over there as well. But again, that is what we have coming up. Studio 10 gets started here in half an hour, followed by First at 4, and then our 90 minutes of news with the Make an Impact telethon, helping Champions of the Heart, and that gets started at 5 o'clock. So again, 517-346-8822. Make sure you're all tuning in, and thank you for helping us make an impact, and have a safe holiday memorial travel if you plan on heading out today. Other than that, have a great Thursday, everyone.